Welcome everyone to Brian's Action Figure Reviews, and today we've got a brand new Marvel Legends review. This comes from the Spider-Man Retro Wave, and it is Marvel's Lizard. Look at that guy, he looks absolutely awesome. I've been looking for a good Lizard figure for a long time. The Bath at the moment, anytime you see it going up for sale, it's like 70, 80 quid. And I'm not spending that much on one action figure, no way, unless it's a Storm or figure or SH Figure Art or something. Not on a Legends figure anyway, even a Build-A-Figure. But when this guy was announced, there was a lot of people giving out about his goofy 60s head. And seeing it here in the package, I will show you now in a second better. It looks really cool and I really, really like it. But this is the size of the box. It's really, really big. Real big. And yeah. So let's look at the packaging of this guy before we tear it out. Mint on card collectors, look away now, as I have retrieved the Lizard from his giant card back. Now I know a lot of people collect these to hang them on walls and stuff. That's cool, I don't mind that, whatever you're into. But myself, I want to get these out and play with them and take photos and all that stuff. So here is the Lizard out of the packaging. And as he flies around there, I have to say he's an absolutely phenomenal figure straight off the bat. Now I know he's got his goofy 60s first appearance look on at the moment, but it's really, really grown on me. Like when I saw the pictures first, it was what drew me to him, because it was original and it hadn't been done before in any of the other previous Lizard figures. So I really liked him. The jacket looks great, the hands look great, everything looks great. The tail is even a bit wired, so that's really, really cool. So let's have a look at the actual abundance of accessories he came with before we dig into the figure itself. So here are all the accessories that came with the Lizard. Now obviously I am not going to show you the tail here, because that did come packaged separately. So I suppose you could call it an accessory, but I'm not going to use that here. So he did come with some different hands, a grasping hand and a punching hand, which are pretty standard for most figures. He did also come with a modern Lizard head, which looks absolutely great. As you see there, the tongue sticking out a mile. Now I thought there was, I thought this did open and stuff, but it doesn't look to be. Yeah, that is solid at the bottom there. So the jaw does not hinge, there's no hinge on the jaw. But other than that, it's a really, really nice head. I am going to try it on, of course, in the review. Not on myself, but on the figure, obviously. And the tongue does have a nice fork on the end of it as well. So it is a proper Lizard tongue. Now, the most interesting things that came with this are these little chemistry bottles for the Lizard to make his cure. And these are really cool, and they could fit in with a lot of different characters, like Mr. Fantastic or Bruce Banner, or even Tony Stark, or someone, or Spider-Man for making his web fluid. So these are really useful, I think, if anyone does like dioramas and picture taking and stuff like that, ACBA as they call it in some parts. And what's in the bottles? Something orange and something red. Somebody's raspberry ribena and someone's orange. Yeah, whatever you want can be in the things. Your imagination is what you make it, as they say. But yeah, some really solid accessories with this figure, and these are really original. I'm delighted with these actually. So yeah, let's move on to the figure. So of course this is the first single carded release in quite a while. The last Lizard figure was a Build-A-Figure, which can go for anywhere to 60 to 80 pounds in the Facebook groups at the moment, and God knows what for in eBay. So I obviously missed out on that. So I was holding out hope that we would get one on card like the Kingpin and all the other ones, and I was delighted to find out that we were getting one. When I saw, like as I said earlier, when I saw the head, this one, I didn't know what to make, but it drew me to him instantly. And having known like this look, I wanted to buy it straight away, and it looks really, really good. The jacket itself, the lab coat looks great. It's all tears and things like that. I did say I would mention the tail, so I might as well look at this first. Now, as you see, you can turn it like whatever way you want, which is really cool. Now it doesn't. There's limits obviously, but yeah, it's really nice. It's better than one that's just solid. The last Lizard figure I owned was the movie one from the Amazing Spider-Man 1, and that was absolutely shocking. But this one is absolutely excellent. If you look at the hands, he's got the cool, like, even the fingers are kind of webbed to give it that lizardy look. It's little details like the scales and stuff all over the fingers and toes. I am absolutely blown away by this guy. So as well with the articulation, he's got like double articulation at the ab crunch. He's on an ab crunch and a ball joint. The head goes down a good bit, all the way around, side to side. The arms, there isn't. And there kind of is a butterfly joint there, I don't know though. He does have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, say thigh swivels, double jointed knees. The feet go up and down, and ankle rocker. So he's got a lot going for him. Now I wanted to show you what he's like next to Spider-Man. But I did find when I was trying to stand him earlier for the rotating stand that he can be difficult to stand. I think it's because like the tail is weighted. But if you put the tail down, he can just fall back in it. But he is kind of difficult to stand, I will say that. But I won't, like, you can bend him down and stuff. And use the articulation on the feet. And you can eventually get him to stand like that. Voila! So what I have here is the Ultimate Spider-Man. This isn't the... This is like the kid, like the Ultimate Spider-Man, Peter Parker, the younger Spider-Man. And they do look quite good together. I do find that Retro Spider-Man is quite tall compared to some of the villains. And I think... I don't know. I like the smaller one better for some reason. But yeah, that's Lizard next to him. And then there's Gwen Stacy as well. Let's see, he just falls back in his tail. Quite handy that. But yeah. So what I want to do now, guys, is show you the other head. So give us a second. I will pop that back on. That on. Underneath is just a standard ball joint. Up and down. And here is the other head, and that is quite nice. It's very like the I know Marvel kind of Hasbro be kind of leaning into it a little bit, but it is very like the 90s animated series Lizard, but it is of course accurate to the comics and stuff as well. And that head is really nice on him. Very cool. You can get lots of poses with him as well. I seen someone do like a jumping pose on one of their ACBAs, and it looked absolutely phenomenal. Something like that. Obviously there was stands and stuff used, which I don't have near me at the moment, but you get the gist. This guy is wicked. So let's just have a look at one of those gripping hands as well. What are we drinking today? And here you are. The Lizard has got his turn yourself into a lizard today with new lizard fluid. But yeah, these are really cool. Some really, like I said earlier, some really original accessories with this figure, and I'm very happy to get him. He's fantastic. Another one to my Spider-Man villains collection. I have Scorpion on the way too soon. Well, I have him pre-ordered, so hopefully he will be with us soon. And there isn't really many more. Maybe Alistair Smythe, the Spot, a few others. But yeah, this Lizard is fantastic. To give my review, I'll give him a 9.5. I think this is the definitive Lizard you could buy. Gives you two different looks, gives you some lab equipment. And yeah, I don't think they're going to better this one at all. Even if they tried, maybe a few bits. No, there isn't much more they could do with the Lizard character to make it even better. And I'm very happy with him. So yeah, 9.5 for me on the Marvel Legends Retro Series Lizard. Guys, if you enjoyed my review, please hit that like button. Comment below and tell us what you think of this figure. And do all those things. And most importantly, it doesn't cost a penny. But please subscribe. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review. Hope you found it informative, and we'll leave it there. Thanks again. Bye.